Serious, what should you do when you feel like life isn't worth living anymore?
Ever since I was a kid in an abusive family, I just focus on whatever nice thing I'd like to live to do/see next. Nothing major, just like a movie or game I'd like to see or some trip I have already planned. It's a lot easier to make the right decision when it's just why not just live a few more months for that. By the time that thing happens, the depression has usually gone, or at least there's another carrot a bit further in the future.
I cuddle with my cats. Knowing I have pets who happily greets me when I come home, give me love and miss me when I'm gone has kept me going.
What does living even mean? Society tells us one thing, our hearts tell us another. Retreat from your outer life into your inner life. What do you want? What drives you? Then pursue that with all the passion you can muster.
I felt like this for a decade, and for me it didn't get better. Pretty much continue to exist.
Going to sleep usually helps me, even just a little bit.
I'm a 6-month clean ex-drug addict, and I used to think that life was worthy because of the joy of small things. Then I realized that joy was about evading your problems for a second in order to gain some emotional relief, and that's just a temporary patch. Something important, but additional, an aid. Now I believe the main key is finding something that makes you feel true passion. Something that actually makes you feel alive and gives you the strength to go on. It may be a goal, a determination, a hobby. But it has to be something that will keep with you in your everyday life and in your thoughts. Something worthy to fight or even to struggle for. I think that life is always a fight. It may be against the world, against something in particular, against the pass of the time, or even against yourself. And in order to don't give up, you must know against what are you fighting and what are you fighting for.
Reach out to just one person. Every big event in my life, all the great things that have happened to me that I look back on and am grateful for, occurred as a result of someone else being there. Nothing I've ever achieved has been solely down to me. When I was at my absolute lowest, a girl I hadn't been close to for a while asked me if I was a member of her gym, and we started going together. She's my very best friend now, and whenever I'm reminded of how very low I was, I'm reminded of how great she is and how proud I am of her for other reasons, and how grateful I am that she reached out to me.
When I feel like this, I try my hardest to think of the things and the people I love. The little things and the big. The hope that it has to and will get better. I think about how people would react if I wasn't there anymore, and that however little I add to the world, my passing would be a net loss to some people, and I owe it to them to keep going. Think of the people you might never meet if you were to bow out too early. Think of someone who you can spend the rest of your life with but you just haven't met yet. That thought makes me sad a lot of the time, but keeps me going too because I want it so badly. If you're young, you've got plenty of time to have a fulfilling and happy life, and if you're old, then there has to be something that has driven you this far and can continue to do so. As others have said, medical help and therapy could do wonders too, but as a man part of a generation raised to tough things out, this is something I've never felt comfortable considering. I only recently hugged my best friend for the first time. Do whatever you need to, but just don't give up.
Ask yourself, do I really not want to live anymore, or do I not want to live like this anymore? Hopefully it's the latter, and if so, write down things that you can change and work towards doing that. I've unfortunately had far too many times where I was done, yet here I am, hopefully, helping someone that needs it. Things like that make me feel it was worthwhile staying around.
Start a revolution. This is a more serious answer than it sounds. Too many people feel this way, and it's a symptom of our society. A lot of things need to be fixed, and they won't be as long as a few rule over the many, imposing their world on everyone else.
Dude, been feeling this way for a while, yet continue just pressing on. I saw all the comments on therapy, but I'm positive therapy wouldn't change my apathy at this point. The fire is gone. I'm all burned out at this point.
Honestly, jerk off, then re-evaluate. Always jerk off before making a big life decision. Post-nut clarity helps.
I had a person to live for. If I died, it would ruin my dad financially and emotionally. And as much as I didn't want to live, then I couldn't hurt him. You being gone just transfers your pain to others around you. Use that long enough to get proper therapy and/or medication. Remember, there's nothing wrong with getting help. It's the mature thing to do.
Go visit people who are dying and wishing they weren't. Volunteer your time to help disadvantaged people. Go play with the dogs at the shelter. Boost your emotions with positive actions and go see a doctor in case it's a chemical imbalance in your brain.
Volunteer. Giving to others, whether elderly, homeless, animals, or any honest charity. It will make you feel better for giving.
Talk with someone you love, trust, and respect.
Following because I'm right there.
Hop in your car at night and drive down a back road. If it's nice out, put your windows down and play a bunch of upbeat music you really like. When I was going through a really tough time a few years ago, this was basically therapy for me.
Start only doing things you like and beep the rest.
I know, reach out is cliché, but I would just talk to loved ones. Or make new friends. Socialize in general. You don't even have to talk about your problems, just talk about anything. Talk to that person who is just so easy to understand and talk to. Know you're not alone.
Go to someone that can give you meds for it. I did makes it a lot better.
Look into new hobbies, even it's something you'd never think you would like. At least it's new, or maybe you find out you are professional at something. Even if you don't care for it.
If you can, go hug someone you love. Mother, in my opinion, is the best.
Ketamine infusion therapy.
Remind yourself, we don't grow when things are easy. We grow when we face challenges.
Do something crazy that you'd never normally do.
Travel. Book a flight. Find companies that set up the tours for you. For example, Star Travel, Adventures, etc., and just go. You'll learn about yourself and learn more about the world.
Not for everyone, but ayahuasca taken in safe, traditional shaman ceremony will change the way you see life forever.
Buy a book you think will get your interest, read it, feel what is being said. For that lapse of time, reality is just in suspend. You get a nice feeling of peace right after it. Maybe a nice beginning for you.
Find a good fantasy book and go read it for a bit.
May your day be filled with joy and happiness. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more quality content every day.